So for the other four panelists, if we sort of shift topically to treatment, right? If we shift over to that side, icebreaker number 2. So in your own lives, when did things start to get better? What were some initial, I don't know, thoughts or strategies that played a role in your own lives?
You want to start? Sure. The stimulus was taken away. You know, like they're like, you can't exercise anymore. Okay, I guess. And it's hard. That's exact. What do I do? If I don't have 3 hours a day that I'm going to be exercising, what do I do? And it's meltdown. Like, I had many meltdowns, crying on the floor. Like, I hate this. I can't do this. I just want to go outside. And, you know, like, my crying became a workout almost. Like, I think back, and I'm like, damn, that took a lot of energy. But it's slowly, the longer that I'm pulled away, you know, it got easier and easier and easier. And bringing it back is the scary part. It's like, okay. So like with drugs and alcohol, you don't necessarily ever have to have that again. But like for me, when they're like, oh, you can walk now. I'm like, okay, sweet. But like I can walk for 6 hours a day? Awesome. No, but that's where my mind goes. And for me, I have to be completely honest. You know, like I know that for me, I will never be able to do CrossFit again, ever. It's a bad idea. And so for me, that's like my drugs and alcohol, you know, like CrossFit, that's like shoot me up, you know. Marathoning, I will never run another marathon, ever. And it's finding something, maybe for me, I'm thinking something unmeasurable. Like I love rock climbing. So maybe I do that. It's something fun, but not letting it get to that place. And if I feel like it's getting to that place, reaching out for help before it's like I have to rock climb 8 hours a day, you know, I guess.
So I think for me it was a multitude of factors. Some of them were beyond my control and some of them I consciously worked toward. The first thing is, as Amy said, my stimulus was taken away. I was an exercise addict as well. And I was exercising myself into the ground, and I exercised myself into chronic pain. I ended up with a torn tendon that was misdiagnosed and multiple surgeries, and to this day, it's still painful to sometimes wear shoes. This is just for show, guys. But it's been 3 years. I can't exercise. I can't. I mean, I can go out and have fun, and I can move, and I can play, but I can't squat and deadlift, which was my drug of choice. I can't go for a run. That's how I hurt myself when I couldn't squat and deadlift. So first that external stimuli was taken away. No exercise, no running, that sort of thing. Then my food changed. So I had to make a conscious decision because this is where the unmanageable thing started happening, where my food became my prison. Because now I really had to restrict if I couldn't exercise, right? And so now it's only egg whites, or it's only until I had nothing left, and I felt like I was trapped. And my body started to break down. And again, external a little bit, right? When you start to go, oh my gosh, things don't work anymore. I'm not a fully functioning woman. I'm 25. This isn't okay. And so that's the letting go process. That's the conscious part where you say, okay, I'm going to start reintroducing foods. I'm going to start facing those fears. I'm going to start working around it. And then there's the mindfulness part, where once you've started nourishing yourself, because I think a big part of addiction is really just nourishing yourself properly, not in an orthorexic sort of way, a right way of eating where it's only sweet potatoes after 8 p.m., only if you did CrossFit, and it can only be 30 grams or else. No, it's like, I'm hungry. I'm going to eat something that, it's got fat in it, real animal fat, or because I was a vegan for a while in an attempt to control my weight. So you start nourishing yourself, and then you start doing the mental nourishment, and that's filling the holes. Because now I don't have 3 hours to exercise and have nothing else happen and be numb. Now I have to figure out what to do with those 3 hours. So maybe it's call my friends. Maybe it's go read a book. Maybe it's, hey, start a business, why not? Whatever it is. Now you have to find the parts of your identity that you've tried to erase with this addiction. And that's the mindfulness practice, the part where you have to actively work to really find some things so that if and when you're ready to go start walking, or when you're ready to maybe face CrossFit if it's something that is available to you, that's when you're able to say, I can do this in a healthy way because it's not going to take over all the other parts of the identity that I've just built. So.